Happy Tuesday, friends. So glad you all are here. Welcome to our first Dream Team chat of February.
Crazy.
Crazy. We
Yeah.
are in chapter 2 of 2024, and it's proving to be a really great start to the year. Like
Yeah.
there's momentum happening. I feel like our team is like on fire for their business right now. And so we decided to take this opportunity while we have some momentum going in our Dream Team chats here. People excited to be here. We're people showing up consistently
Mhm.
on these Dream Team chats. We have previously done Leap to Lead programs on our team pages before, where we have created separate groups and we've ran these programs a couple different times. Many of the people here have been a part of them. We have some new people, and so we decided that this time around we wanted it to open up to everyone, and we wanted to give the people who show up on these Dream Team chats an opportunity to show up here and not have to go anywhere else for this information, because we believe highly in the Leap to Lead program, which is a program dedicated to essential and certified consultants to take that next step into leadership. And while some people here are not essential and certified consultants, some of you are way beyond that. Some of you are lead consultants already. We feel like this program is beneficial for everybody. So that is what we're going to be doing through this month. So for the next 4 weeks, we are going to be speaking directly on this Leap to Lead program. And so we hope that you guys get stuff out of this, and it helps build up your confidence to be a leader in this business, because there are a lot of benefits to stepping into that leadership role. Okay. And again, that's why we do it, is to introduce you guys to the open door that is leadership and the many benefits there is to being a consultant and beyond, right? Not just stopping at lead consultant, because while that's really great, there's so much more out there that requires you to just step into it and continue doing what you're doing and maybe upping the ante just a little bit. But truly, once you become a lead consultant and you exercise those habits of continuous coaching and continuous joining conversations and continuous high PRV, all of those things will lead you into higher promotions and bigger titles. And I mean, truly speaking to the people who money motivates, it introduces you to unlimited income, right? Like there's a no ceiling income available to you should you decide to keep going beyond lead. Okay. So that is the kind of like the cliff notes of this program. But really our goal for the program, and the reason that we bring it to you guys, is again just to get you excited about being a leader in this business. We believe that there is so much available to you all, and I talked about this a little bit on my live, but basically without stepping into leadership in this business, while our compensation plan reads like a phenomenal book, right? You have a lot of really great opportunities just on a sales level to earn income. It's where you step into leadership that you are grabbing the money on the table that you deserve. Okay. And so you're not leaving money on the table when you are doing things like getting high sales, 2000 PRV, and taking that extra 5%. And as you climb the compensation plan, starting with lead in that leadership role, you are just obtaining more financial opportunity for yourself and for your business. Okay. And so our goal for this program is to introduce you to those concepts, but also to teach you the habits and the consistent business building things that you need to do to step into that. And we also recognize that we're talking to essential and certified consultants here, right? So this may be brand new information to some, and it may be a really scary thing, but we're going to give you the tangible ways on how to take a look at your business, establish where you are, and fill the gap and where you want to be. Sorry, which is lead, which is lead consultant. Okay, and so that's just step one. And we truly want you guys to view it that way. But it might be a really big step for some of you, and we also understand that. So we break down this program. This program is broken down into bite-sized chunks. And so each week we're going to be going over basically topics. Okay. And so this week is like an intro and goals. kind of. And then Alex is going to give some pro tips on basically just what your business should look like as you're stepping into looking at the leadership promotion. Okay. So she's going to kind of lay out the consultant side of things before you step into the leader part, because those are two separate, they need to work cohesively together, but you working your business as a Scentsy consultant and then you working your business as a Scentsy leader are kind of two different branches. Okay. And so we're going to talk a little bit tonight about what your business should look like on the consultant front so that the door is wide open for you to step into leadership. Okay.
Yep.
So basically, I kind of already said that, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I just want to go over briefly the lead requirements once you hit lead, what it is, what it looks like to promote to lead, a lead consultant, again, which is step 1 of leadership, and what it looks like to continue to be paid at that title. And I'm going to go over it briefly because you guys all have access to this very thing, which is in the back of your catalog. Okay. And actually in the new catalog, it'll be in the front of your catalog. Oh, no, actually it's not in the new catalog.
No, but it's like written down, like the main talking points.
Okay. So
written down, but it's on the join
Yes.
section of your
And you can literally
website.
go into your workstation and type in compensation plan and it pops up.
Yeah.
But for now, it is in the back of your catalog. Okay. And so if you have a catalog near you, feel free to pull it out, take a look at it, because I want you guys to follow along and recognize what you're looking at here, because it is really important that you know and understand and read this with simplicity and know what your next step is. Okay. Because the compensation plan is literally what pays you. You are going to be looking at all these other titles and looking at all these other goals. And if you don't know what the benefit is, it's so easy to throw away that goal and be like, well, it's just a title. And it's like, wow, no, actually that title carries a lot of weight, a lot of financial opportunity. And without knowing and comprehending it, it's just not going to mean that much to you. And I want you guys to have a thorough understanding of our compensation plan and how it benefits you, how it puts money in your pocket. Okay, so obviously we're talking about lead consultant tonight. And so again, talking to essential and certified consultants. So your next step for promotion, certified consultant, it's $1,000 sold to promote to certified consultant. So if you're an essential consultant, you just started, you're brand new, your first promotion is actually certified. And that means that you have sold $1,000 of Scentsy, okay, 1,000 PRV. And what's really awesome is that you can take as long as you need to with that. Obviously, we hype up the idea of getting certified within your first month, doing that $1,000 in your first month. And we believe that's totally possible. We've seen it happen time and time and time again. But there's a lot of benefit to that, right? But the big benefit that the compensation plan will show you is that once you hit that certified promotion, once you do that $1,000 in sales, you get an automatic and permanent pay increase of 5%. So when you start out as a Scentsy consultant, as an essential consultant, you are getting paid 20% off of your sales, which is great, which is a great chunk of money, especially if you're just here to make a few extra dollars, to get the discount, whatever the case may be. 20% is a great little pocket change for you, and you can do a lot with that for you and your family. That might be the benefit. But I can tell you that after $1,000 sold and after that first promotion, that extra 5% pay increase, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it. You're going to really, really be grateful for it. And so that certified consultant is the last step in our compensation plan before you have to take off into leadership. Okay. And there's just so many benefits to leadership, and I can't wait to dive into it more in coming weeks. But when you are a certified consultant and looking at what's ahead to a lead consultant, you're looking at across the board, you're going to see that the minimum that you have to do to be paid at title, which means that when you promote to a title, with the exception of certified, when you promote to a title, you have to work to keep that title. You have to work to be paid at that title. So as a leader, what happens is if you are not being paid at title, you're not being paid on your team as high as you could be. right? And in the lower level, like lead consultant, there is no other option besides certified consultant. Like if you're not getting paid at a lead consultant, you're getting paid as a certified consultant. So you're missing out on financial bonuses from your team by not
Mhm.
doing so, plus other things, like not being on the consultant locator and things like that. But $500 500 PRV will forever be the minimum that you need to do as a leader every single month to be paid off of your team at a minimum. Okay. But that's not all that you have to do. There are other things that I think are essential for you doing, but $500 is the bare minimum as a leader to be paid at title. Okay. But we say it's the minimum. Okay. Because that is a minimum for a leader. Leaders should be doing 2000 PRV, truly. And that might scare people away enough to be like, well, I don't want to be a leader if that's the expectation. But you have to understand that leaders lead by example. And like Alex is going to talk about the parts of your business as a Scentsy consultant, on the consultant side, not even the leadership side. There are so many benefits to having high PRV. And you'll see that, and there's many ways that you can do that. And it truly is just the 500 is a stepping stone. The
Mhm.
500 is what you should do in the first week of the month. Okay. So you need 500 PRV, you as the sponsor, but you and the person that you sponsor. So the person who you have a joint conversation with, or whoever, your best friend who decides to do this with you, they decide to join Scentsy, and that person is now a consultant under you. They have chosen you as a sponsor. So you need 500 PRV. They need to be active, a minimum of active, which is 200. Okay. But they actually, you two together actually need more than that to promote to lead consultant, because your GWV, which is group wholesale volume, which is the accumulation of you and everybody underneath you. Okay. So as you as the sponsor, and then it branches out into a tree, everybody beneath you, like Alex is my sponsor, I'm her front line. Okay. Because I joined underneath Alex. Everybody underneath me is considered part of her group as well. Okay. And so everybody, me and below, need to have 1,000 PRV. Her and the entire group, we need to have a minimum of 1,000 GWV to for the sponsor to hit you, the sponsor to hit lead consultant. Okay, so you need a combined total of 1,000 GWV on your way to lead consultant, and then to continue to be paid as a lead consultant. So you, leader, minimum 500. Your sponsor, minimum of 200. But if you put those together, your GWV is only 75% of your guys' combined PRV. So if you were to add up the 500 and the 200, that equals 700, but 75% of that is
540
something.
something.
Yeah. So you wouldn't make it. Okay. Even if you had 500 and your teamie had 500. And so you're like, wow, that makes 1,000. I did it. No, 75% of that is only 750. Okay. So you actually need a, what is it? 1,333 PRV between the both of you. If there's only two of you, to make lead consultant numbers.
Yep.
Okay. And so with that being said, it doesn't just have to be two of you, right? You can sponsor more people, or the person that you sponsored can bring on their friend, and that person then counts towards that GWV.
Yes.
Okay. So once you do that, once you have one active frontline, which is the person below you, a person that you sponsored, okay, you have a minimum of 500. Them being an active frontline means they have 200 minimum. And then combined between you, your person, or your group, 1,000. That's what it takes to get to lead. Okay. Really not that hard.
Yep.
Because again, if we're talking about you being a leader and you doing more than the bare minimum, which is getting that 500 within the first week, maybe week and a half of the month, you'll be blowing that $1,000 or the 1,000 GWV that you need out of the water
Yep.
by the second or third week, right? And then you throw in an active frontline who's doing maybe the bare minimum, but again, somebody that you sponsor who's coming on, their goal should be shooting star, launch party, getting certified, right? All within the month. So you're going to be way beyond that 1,000 GWV that you need, essentially, right? And so that step to lead may feel like a lot because it takes sponsoring, and then you look at the numbers and go, oh wow, that feels like it's a lot of work. But if you break it down and you look at what Scentsy puts out there as the new consultant goals, and you have your business in order, it's really not a far jump. Okay. And then if you look at the compensation plan, you see that the moment that you hit hit lead consultant, boom, you get additional what's the word I'm looking for? Bonuses. Thank you. Leadership bonuses. Okay. So you're getting an extra 2% from your personal wholesale volume, which is basically your PRV. And then you're getting an additional 2% from your frontline, who's either an essential or certified consultant, getting it from their TWV, which is, in this case, it would be the GWV. Or your TWV and the GWV would be the same.
Yes.
The only time it's different is when you have a director underneath you.
Yep.
So you're getting an additional 4% paid. So now your total.
And it's not even just on you and your sales.
Right.
It's on your team's sales.
So now if you're making 25% and say you don't hit the 2,000 mark, you're making 29% commissions.
Yep.
Okay. 25 off of your own sales and then 4% in leadership bonuses. And if you continue to look at the compensation plan, you see that those numbers get bigger and you get more.
Yep.
There's more opportunity for them. Okay. So if I were to show you my paycheck from when I was a lead consultant to as I've grown and what my leadership bonuses look like back then versus what they look like now, there's a huge difference. Why? Well, because I'm a leader to more.
Yep. Your paycheck is directly bigger when you have more active, which means people you've sponsored who go active. Okay. That's where you will see your paycheck grow. So yes, hitting lead consultant with one active frontline, one person under you is great.
But you're only making 2% off of that.
Right. You're only making 2% and you're relying on that same person every single month.
Yep.
Right. So that's why through this program and just through good business leadership, your goal is to continue to grow that front line. And as you do that, it's going to be easier to get paid at title as lead consultant. It's going to be easier to look at this and say, okay, I can go up to the next level. But when you're always relying on the same one or two people, that's where it gets really difficult.
Yeah.
Your paycheck will grow as you get more teammates. So you just kind of have to stay the course.
Yep.
Yeah.
So obviously one of the benefits that I've talked about here already is the bigger paychecks. Okay. Money motivated. It is probably what majority of us are here for, if we're being honest, right? Is more money. And so that is a huge benefit of promoting to lead, but also beyond. Okay. Lead is not meant to be a stopping point. One of the other big benefits of promoting to lead is you are then findable, searchable. You show up on the consultant locator. So for those of you who don't know, everybody who orders Scentsy has to order underneath a consultant. Every single person, not one person can go to Scentsy.com and just place an order and that order just goes into like a black abyss. Okay. When they are going to check out, they must search for a consultant, and a person who does not already actively have a consultant is prompted to type in their zip code. Okay. And so when they go to type in their zip code, it is only lead consultants and above who are being paid at title. And being paid at title means they're looking at the month before. Okay. So like if you promote to lead, well, no, it doesn't matter, but you have to be paid at title from the month before. So if you promote to lead this month and then next month you don't get paid at title, the month after that, April, you won't be on the consultant locator. You have to be paid a title. And so then what ends up happening, and I probably have had 100
New
random,
customers.
yeah,
Yeah.
random PWS orders from people finding me on the consultant locator,
Yep.
literally typing in zip code and I pop up. Not just me either, by the way, right? The way they choose, I have no idea. I feel like I have an
It goes by
advantage.
zip code. So like it'll pull up like who's the closest ones to you by zip code.
I know, but it's like, but then there's like 6 of us. So it's like, how do they choose me? You know?
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think I have a benefit, and so do you. A lot of people go by alphabetical order. They're like, "Oh, you're just the first name because it's alphabetical." But anyways,
I'll take it.
That's neither here nor there. Okay?
Everyone's changing their name.
Yeah.
A.
But the consultant locator is incredible. And also, like, little sidebar, another reason to have a website active.
Totally.
Okay. And so again, speaking to new consultants, you may be like, okay, in 2 months, my website goes inactive because I got it for free for 3 months. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Keep it.
You better keep it.
Yeah, because there are a lot of benefits.
So good.
I mean,
There's a
literally
million benefits.
there's no negative besides that it's going to cost you $16. But if you do these things, that $16, you won't even
It's a
notice
happy
it.
business expense.
Yeah. So the consultant locator, the money, and then the benefits of leadership, right? Yes, leadership is not always hunky dory. Leadership is not always a walk in the park. Leadership is not always fun. Okay. But I can tell you without a doubt, I have gone from, I think my highest was almost 1,000 people on my team. I know Alex has had more than that. Even at that magnitude, even through the parts that are not so fun, I can tell you 100% it is worth it.
Totally.
It is worth it because with every like bomb moment, there are probably 100 really great moments and wins and celebratory things. And you may sponsor your first person in a week and it just falls flat and it's just not fun and it's not what you expected it to be. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Don't give up on them. Okay. Because you're going to have 1,000 of those people in your Scentsy lifetime.
That's right.
You're going to have so many people who just don't meet your expectations. So many moments in leadership where you're going to go, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? And then you're going to look at your paycheck, or you're going to get a text message from a teammate who
Yep.
said, I just reached this goal, or you're going to meet this person at SFR who's been, who's been on your
Or
team.
someone's going to join your team who completely changes your business forever.
Yes. So it is literally just getting through the rain to see the rainbow.
That's right.
And so leadership is not, it's not meant to be easy, or else everybody would do it. Right? It takes consistency, it takes commitment, it takes being transparent, it takes grit, and it takes determination, and it takes really buckling down and being honest about your own business, right? To yourself. Like, you need to be honest about where you're at in your business to yourself, and making sure that you're holding your own self accountable for where your business is at, and knowing that you can, even if you don't have all the answers, you can actively show up for the people who you are choosing to sponsor. And it produces really great fruit when you do that. But you reap what you sow. And so the people who step into leadership and say that it's such a bummer and say that they're not getting anything out of it, or that they're quitting, it's because they're not putting in the work necessary, or they're not understanding that these ebbs and flows are so normal.
Totally normal.
Leadership is just an ebb and flow, and it's meant to be that way for a reason, and we're meant to have the lows so that the highs feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And we can appreciate it. But leadership is probably one of my favorite parts about this business. So yeah, it's not always great. And the money won't always be great either. You may be like, well, I'm a lead consultant, I'm only making $50 more, whatever. Keep going.
That's right.
Keep going. Because it just gets better.
Look, I was excited about $50 one day.
Oh, me too. Me too.
And I remember growing my team. I had maybe like 6 people on my team. And I remember saying, one day I'm going to have 60.
Yeah.
What if one day I'll have 600? And you know what, guys? we have more than 600
Yeah.
people on our team
Yes, we
today.
do.
So you guys, anything can happen. You just have to be willing to put the time and the sweat equity into it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. Did I miss any?
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Okay, so as we dive into this program, we're really excited to do it in the Dream Team chat because that's where you guys are already. Okay. And so I'm really excited to see what kind of aha moments come from this because there is such a large mix of consultants here who show up to the Dream Team chat. And I just wanted to say, and I'm sorry, Brie, if you said this, I was
No, you're
on my
fine.
phone a little bit. And so please just let me know after
No, it's fine.
if you did say
Okay.
this already. But because we have such a mix of consultants on our Dream Team chats, I just want you leaders to know that this program is for you as well, because this program is really going to help you equip your new consultants to hit lead and train their new consultants to hit lead. And it's a really beautiful ripple effect when you can get that type of duplication going in your business where you can find systems that work for you really well for onboarding your new teammates and getting them set up to success. Okay. So if you are a director or superstar consultant, star consultant, and you're like, well, I kind of already have my moving groove. I promoted to lead, like I'm getting paid at title. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Utilize this information. Absolutely, take notes, ponder it. But utilize this for your team,
Yep.
your consultants who are not lead consultant, and use this as a training resource. Okay. So I just wanted to mention that as well, just because it's called Lead to Lead. But leaders can also utilize the same information.
Well, and I think it's in like week 4, we talk about systems and we talk about like onboarding systems, specifically for lead consultants to be able to have a system to
Yep.
train their new people when they're stepping into that leadership. So it's not overwhelming for them. And so that would also be a really great thing for other leaders to take part in,
Yeah.
because if you need a little bit of revamping of your onboarding system, or maybe you don't have an onboarding system and you're just winging it, like that would be a really great week to make sure that you're honed in.
Yep.
And I guarantee you'll get something from it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to revamp my onboarding system in
Yeah.
week 4 as well, because
Yeah.
I do think it's so important and business changes so much
Yes.
with new catalog. I can redo some things. So I'll be working this program alongside you guys. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks I think that will be really beneficial leading up to next week, and things that we can start putting in play and hopefully should be already putting in play. So I have 4 pro tips for you guys if you want to take notes or whatever, but these I think are just really great to getting the foundational business things ready. So next week we're kind of diving more into sponsoring. That is our theme for next week. So this week we want to really just make sure that those basics are very clear on what we should be doing as consultants to ensure that we are set up so we can promote, so we can be sponsoring. Okay. We cannot sponsor a bunch of consultants when we just have our best friend, one coworker, and our mom purchasing from us. Okay. So it's important that we are doing business building activities on a very consistent basis, so we are in good position to sponsor and lead our new teammates. Okay. When we are working in our business, we have things to train our team on, right? We can tell our team, hey, I'm doing this. Have you tried this? Right. And when you are working your business and meeting new people, you have more people to then sponsor. So, like I mentioned earlier with Transition Month, how we're doing the song and dance for helping your customers right now, but prepping on the back end in your business. It's kind of the same thing here for Leap to Lead, or it's kind of the same thing here when you look at your business as you're wanting to step into leadership. Okay. It's the song and dance of I'm being a consultant and providing great customer service. I'm following up, I'm being consistent, I'm doing parties, etc. And then on the back end of things, I am having joint conversations, training my new consultants, running reports, doing that team stuff. So just knowing that it's the song and dance, but you have to get the foundation of your business set before you can start dancing. Okay. And so my first pro tip is to be partying. Okay. I feel like with COVID, if you guys were around during COVID, we took major breaks from partying because we couldn't. And so we are trying to revamp parties, especially in our team, we want to be the team that parties because we know the fruits that come from parties. So whether you are partying in person, online, at different locations, text party, Zoom party, bingo party, events, fundraisers, whatever.
Yeah.
We just mean things on your calendars and doing this very regularly. Like every month you should be partying. Or like having things on your calendar. And as you guys know, we are really pushing for open houses.
Yeah.
We want you guys to be the first ones to do it, right? That way there's no excuse saying no one will book a party. You be the first one to do it. Reach out to your people in person, in private communication, text, message when you see them and invite them and then post about it and then reach out again and confirm with them, right? Bring your best friend, your mom, your neighbor, your coworkers over to your home and you'll see why we say to do parties. It's a great, amazing way to build your business. I'm not going to go into parties so much because we have been talking about them so much lately. So I just want to encourage you, if you guys want some motivation and some confidence behind hosting your own open house or doing parties, go watch our last two, or our not the Dream Team chat from last week, but the two before that. We talked about doing an open house, and Chantel also came on and talked about doing home parties. And we also have videos about events and fundraisers as well. So just go back and look if you need some information about those. But we want you guys who are actively working their business, who are actively wanting to grow and build their business, we want you guys to be partying. Okay. This needs to be an every month thing. 2 parties a month is really great. Okay. So doing parties of some sort every single month. Okay. That is my first tip. My second one is VIP customer care. Okay. We know that customer service and connection is the most important thing that you can give your customers. Okay. Connecting with them, providing amazing customer service, being consistent, meaning they know where you are. You're not ghosting anyone for weeks or months at a time. You are providing value by sharing things or placing orders or packing up orders or answering the phone when they call, right? You're providing good customer service where people can know you, they can like, and they can trust you. Okay. These are very important parts of building relationships in your business. People are not going to give people money, do business with people they don't know, like, or trust. And so that is your job. Your job is to make yourself known to your customers, be likable, which means don't be doom and gloom, don't talk about hot topic stuff, be valuable to them in the Scentsy world. Okay.
Care about what they care about.
Yes. Be compassionate.
Yeah.
And then be trustworthy,
Yeah.
right? Do what you say you're going to do, which means if you say, okay, I'm revamping my business and I'm going to be sharing more deals and specials with you in here. Well, then you need to be a person of your word and start showing up there, right? Consistency is going to help you build trust.
Yeah.
So you want to be consistent. You want to take great care of your customers. If you have a VIP group, you want that to be a space that's like positive and bubbly and happening and alive. Okay. You want to be posting in that. You want to be having relationships with your customers. You want to be texting them and following up with them. Okay. So that's my next tip, is that you need to, as of an essential or a certified or any title that you are, you need to develop a follow-up system, like immediately. If you don't have a follow-up system, that is the number one thing that you need to start implementing today. Is a follow-up system. You can use the order history tab of your workstation and just go down the list and open up the order and copy their number and send them a text. Or you can use the reorder tab, which is if you go to the workstation, you click reporting, and then there's a sales report that you can look at all the different customers who might need to reorder, and you just go down the list and you check in with them. If they ordered a year ago, follow up with them. If they ordered 2 years ago, follow up with them. If they ordered 3 years ago, follow up with them. If you followed up with them 6 weeks ago, follow up again. Okay. it is so important that we follow up. It is so important that we don't stop following up because we get ghosted or someone doesn't reply. Okay. So often my customers are not replying, but I'm still getting orders. Okay. So do not think that your messages are not going somewhere. And additionally, if you feel like your messages are going nowhere, get with your sponsor and send them what you're sending. So maybe it's your verbiage that needs to change. Maybe what you're saying or how you're saying it needs to change, but you not following up is not ever going to be the answer. That is a system that needs to be in place from day one, very consistently, whether it's 15 minutes a day or an hour a week or whatever that looks like for you, you need to have a follow-up system in place. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I was gonna add to
To a
that.
follow-up one.
Well, to all of them. I don't know if you
Okay,
were
let
gonna
me-
close it out though.
My last tip for you guys is to be consistent. Okay. I talked about that a little bit. It was a joke a while ago that if I could have the word consistency tattooed on my forehead, it would be very fitting because I think that is the best thing you can give your business.
It's a secret
Yep.
to this business.
People want to know how you can be successful at Scentsy is you just be consistent because the thing
Yep.
about it is you can learn everything along the way.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are consistent, that means like it doesn't matter. You're going to be here anyway. So you might as well just keep trying and keep going till you get it.
Yep.
And because everything is everything is figure outable, you'll get there eventually.
Yep.
You can figure out everything in this business. Nothing is a secret. But the secret is consistency.
Yep.
So the reason people fail at this business is not because they don't know enough people. It's not because no one wants to buy.
Mhm.
It's because they're not consistent and they're not willing to learn and do.
Yep.
So my biggest tip for you guys, if you're struggling with consistency, is to get that nailed down before you step into sponsoring. Because I think that's going to be so important that you can be a consistent consultant for the teammates that you bring on. I think that's going to be super important. So that's my last tip. And going into sponsoring, which is next week's topic, we'll dive into the hows and the pro tips for sponsoring. But this week, I really want you guys to be looking at your own personal business and if it is set up to be meeting people that you can sponsor and to be building trust that people will want to join with you.
Yeah. And let me just really quickly tie that up with saying that all of these things, these pro tips that Alex added that are obviously just contributing, not just, but are obviously contributing to your business as just a consultant. Trust me when I say that you are feeding your future teammates. And if you are looking at it that way, if you are saying, I am going to book 2 parties this month because my next teammate may be at this party,
That's right.
then you're going to view that differently. Okay. And if you are treating your customers with the mindset that I may be feeding and building relationship with my next teammate who's a customer right now, you are going to view it differently. Okay. And your follow-up systems and teaching people how to how this business works and the effort that you put in and what's required and all of that stuff, and the way that you're not cold messaging people and all of those things, when you're following up and you're having good customer service, people are going to want to imitate that. So when they think maybe I could do the Scentsy business, they're going to think, what qualities does my Scentsy consultant have? And when you are consistent and when you are following up and when you care about what they care about and when your VIP group is a fun place to be, they're going to want to imitate those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so you need to look at those things in your business when you're a consultant and being consistent, having a VIP customer care system and partying with people. All of that is feeding into your potential teammates. That's where you're going to meet your teammates.
Yep.
Not every customer is meant to be a teammate. Okay. That's 100% the truth. But there will be customers who turn into teammates.
Yep.
And one of those new teammates that used to be a customer could end up being the teammate that changes your entire business.
Yep.
Okay, because it started with you being a consultant that cares, being a consultant that's consistent, being a consultant that has habits and has business practices that result in fruitful growth.
Right. Because then you're also able to guide them
Right.
and say, hey, look at me, but also like I know what to check in and try to help you problem solve
Right,
too.
right.
So it's really truly paving the way
Yes,
for your team.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, so good. So good.